fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the visiting sideline, there's Chiefs head man Andy Reid. His guys pulled off a massive upset over the 2 seed a week ago. Now trying to take it a step further here in the divisional round. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys fresh coming off the bye, ready to prove they are the team to beat in the conference. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll go on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The second down pass.
3rd and 8.
Complete to number 8. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
They'll set up a throw. He'll try and do this himself. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here come the Bills with excellent field position to get things started. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the
2
play.
runs for a net
It's
gain of
3rd and
nothing.
10.
Now here's 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. KC's offense ready to take over. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Hands it off out of the gun. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Gets past one man. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2nd and 6. At the 30.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
A 7-yard gain. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
A first down carry for Davis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Extra receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. On the draw, this is Davis. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
28 more yards. That's another Bills first down.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
At the 10-yard line.
Up the middle to Davis. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. From the left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 16. Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here.
A gain of 16 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 8. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they move the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game. Where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming down and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
43-yard line.
They keep it with Davis on first down. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
He's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have cut the lead back down to 2.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Running the slant, Gray with it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
is, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 42, second down. Second down at 6 now from the 42. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Out of the gun now on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Ty Zentner now. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They begin with a quick throw out left. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And he's going to use his legs here. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Now a toss running left. This is Davis. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the Bills, 1st down.
They go again with Davis. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up
2nd and 11. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. They need 2. Here's third down.
Number 86, Dalton Kincaid.
Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
12 more yards.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run forward with Davis. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. He'll try and do this himself. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will take the lead here, the final minute of the first half.
Well, they were backed up on third and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man right side is Rice. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. We begin at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The 49ers at home to take on the Eagles. And here's the Eagles wideout. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The visitors pull off yet another upset. They are now just one win away from the Super Bowl. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. And this is a touchdown. The Ravens are moving on. They'll play again next week for the AFC title. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even better.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have the Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Made at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's completed right side to Palmer. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Chiefs 14.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A 4-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chiefs.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There on the stop was Leo Chanel. 2nd and 9.
at the 31-yard line.
Now back to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 40, about the 38. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Bills first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
6-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
They're going to look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Bills are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point through the snowflakes. Up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. And out come the Chiefs now. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
3. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Like can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll set up the throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
He'll look to throw. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Chiefs 21.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They'll try and start this drive in the air. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now the ball comes loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
Now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now.
Past the 30, almost to the 25.
15 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14.
And a Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From 10 yards out. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. And he stopped immediately there. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 3rd down and 6.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Palmer. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
And his throw here is incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
And the first down.
They'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's taken down inside the 30. Here's 1st down.
18 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
He's back to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They've got to be cognizant here. Still plenty of time, but no timeouts remaining. 1st down.
First down.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Now we just have to deal with a snow-filled parking lot as we say so long from Buffalo.
I'm just looking forward to getting warm.